All right, welcome back everybody to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm KnowItAllDM. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing great today. Starting another playthrough or short of show off. I'm showing off my Dark Heart scenario. It's a multiplayer scenario that I've been working on. If you haven't seen my last introduction to it, check out the one. It's where I went through with the Outer Rim on here, which is one of the 3 starts. That was the easiest of the 3 starts on this multiplayer game. Now we're gonna go into the hard start, which is Astiler. Astiler is the only planet that you can start on in the system, and it's a lava planet. So it's extremely difficult to get a start going. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do about 30 minutes of a start, and we'll see how it turns out. Alright, so coming down, you can see that we have a little bit of a problem here. There's lava nearby, and it's not really going to impact us that much because there is land. On rare occasions, you can spawn over top of the lava, and it's really bad, but you can almost always steer towards some sort of rock area. The land is what I mean to say. So first thing, we're going to want to grab this, and it's basically a similar start to any other type of survival planet, where you just gather resources and collect things. On this planet, spike lemons are one of the most important foods that you can collect because they reduce your temperature. And the only other thing that does that is water and your portable heater cooler. So I think from here, we're going to want to do a little bit of exploration. But as you can see, the temperatures are really, really hot. I want to keep this on defense mode because I'm going to probably end up having to fight that bug. Even though I don't want to, it's not that bad fighting things. Even though things like that are extremely dangerous, since the survival tool has no ammunition need whatsoever, you can just aim at it and whatever hit it will damage it. And then once it gets close, it can't really hit you. At least alien scorpions are this way because they have a hit animation, which causes them to be unable to actually attack. And if you keep moving, when they do attack, more than likely they're gonna miss. So alien scorpions aren't that bad when you're fighting them with a survival tool, as long as they're only one at a time. Now, we do have fiber that we can gather up here. We're going to want to gather up as much fiber as we can, although we don't want to get close to those because those are nasty. Those and overseers are 2 of the nastiest creatures on this planet. Wild creatures anyway. Of course, there are Xerax buildings, but we want to gather up as much fiber as we can because we're going to end up wanting to make biofuel out of it once we get a portable constructor. So I'm just going to continue on north this direction, gathering up fiber best I can. The biggest problem we're going to have actually is finding silicon, because silicon is the rarest resource on here. Alright, I see ya. Stop it. Oh, jetpack. Activate jetpack. Sheesh. Glad only one of them came after me. Okay. So what you want to do is when you're starting to get hot, you can just throw down the portable heater cooler and reduce your temperature. Before I had it where you didn't have this and you had to rely solely on these, the spike lemons and water. And sometimes you do still have to rely on those because the temperatures on this planet can get high enough that even the portable heater cooler doesn't cool you down enough. So fortunately right now it's not that hot. It's only like 82 degrees. Once it gets to 91 degrees, that thing doesn't cool you down because it only cools you up to 30 degrees from the planet temperature. And so we're going to want to keep an eye on our temperature. Now, certain biomes like the ash dunes are a little cooler than the surrounding areas. As you can see, ash dunes are 78, barren rocks are 82. So it's like a 4 or 5 degree difference depending on where you are. Now, I don't want to go into that hot spot. Hot spots can get really hot, like 108, 160, 180, something like that, which is really nasty. Okay, we're going to have to defend against that probably. Let me gather this real quick. Okay, I think it's seen me now. So let's wait until it gets a little closer. There we go. Once you can get it chasing you, if you stand still, it doesn't work, I don't think. Okay, so it does. Standing still works just fine on these guys, apparently. So, unlike with regular weapons that run out of ammunition, if you use a survival tool on those guys, it's really not not too bad. Okay. So as you can see, it's 61 degrees now, which means, let's see if I can find a place where it's 90 or cooler. Seems to be getting hotter this way. So this is the way I want to go. I think. Okay, let's cool down. Okay. And then if I can find ash dunes or just a spot where it's 90 or cooler. Right here. There. Now it's perfect. It's about to get hotter. But if I can drop my temperature before it does, perfect. Okay. Up there's another insect thing. Let's see if I can just get him in his... There we go. Alien scorpions are nasty, but if you learn how to fight them, even with a survival tool, you can survive. So let's head on over this direction, gather up some of this iron and copper. I'm going to want to try to head up that direction. I don't want to get too close to the Xerax territory, but I want to keep moving because if I stop and get stuck in one place without having already found silicone, then things aren't going to be good. So as soon as I can get a little silicone, and what level am I? 3, perfect. Once I can get a little silicone and I can build a portable constructor, then I'm good. Alright, it is getting really, really hot now. Let's risk a spike lemon. I say risk when it comes to spike lemons because they don't, they're not cooked, so you can get indigestion by eating them. Alright, here's a biome over here that's got some plant protein in it, but it's really hot over there. In fact, it's really hot where I am now too. I'm gonna have to get some water. I might have to find a place to sort of set the portable heater cooler down and try to cool off and make it where my temperature doesn't rise as fast. But in this temperature, it's no bueno. Two biggest things I'm looking for, or that I'm gonna want to do once I get silicone, is I'm gonna want to build a bike so that I can move quickly, and I'm gonna want to get a weapon, of course. But a bike and a drill are the two main things. The drill would help me if I find some sort of deposit so I can get more of that resource. It'd be nice if I found a silicon deposit, but now I don't know if they're eventually going to give these whatchamacallit, give them some sort of ammunition for the survival tools, but as it is, since they have no... Oh, that's a thing, a little volcanic vent. What was I saying? Since there is no ammunition for the survival tool, it's a really, really good... Oh, that's Xerox territory. I do not want to go into Xerox territory. I just want to continue off this direction, I suppose. Yeah, continue off this way. There's a drone out there over something. It looks like there might be a crashed ship in the lava over there, which sometimes happens, and it's really hard to loot them in the lava. But if you have a capital vessel or a small vessel and can get over to them and do that, you know, it's not that bad. I want to try to keep my temperature down around 25 to the best of my ability. Although I might have to soon set out my portable O2 generator and make some water and oxygen. Because I'm about halfway at my oxygen, a little less than halfway at my oxygen. I do have a couple of O2 tanks on me, so temperature is really my big thing right now. Ooh, there are some corn dogs. They used to give you corn dogs. Now it's just, of course, plant protein. But you can get plant protein from these little things, and of course, use it to turn into food. If you're injured, you can just eat pure plant protein. Okay, let's grab this spiked lemon, cool ourselves down with it. Ah, crap, I got indigestion. That's not good. That is really not good. Because there's really nothing over here that can help you with indigestion. So, yeah. I'm just going to have to try to live through it, I suppose. I don't know how bad indigestion gets. I know after a while it will mutate into food poisoning, but I don't know if there's anything I can get that will cure it. I don't think there's anything nearby that cures indigestion. So I'm just gonna have to, you know, wait through it. I'm not gonna eat anymore until the indigestion is gone, because if I eat things, they'll disappear. So of course, if I eat them, they're gone. But what I mean is, if I eat them and then the benefit of it is gone if I die. So, all right, there's some more bad things over there. And now I'm too hot. See if I can find another spike lemon. There's one. Because I'd rather eat spike lemons now that I already have indigestion than waste my water. So let's go ahead, grab this spike lemon and use it. Because as far as I'm aware, you can't get indigestion twice. Alright, nothing's coming after me right now. The only places I know of to actually find silicon are in the mountains, and there's a biome called the crystallized rock biome, which can no spike lemons around. Ah, there it is. Crystallized rock biome, which has which has silicon and pentaxid. So if I can keep an eye out for pentaxid crystals is what it is, I might be able to find some silicon. But I've already dedicated to moving this direction. That looks like it might be something. I'm gonna want to head north. Not through that, but I wonder if there's anything on here that can get rid of indigestion for me. Now, I could go ahead and eat this. I could go ahead and eat raw meat for food because, stop wiggling. Okay. I can go ahead and eat raw meat for food because I already have indigestion. I don't think it'll give me food poisoning. If I start running out of oxygen, I might utilize that, but okay, I might utilize, I'm gonna go ahead and do this because I'm not to the point where my stamina is like, I don't know. Indigestion, I believe, is one that's survivable. I don't know how bad food poisoning gets, but maybe I'll have a bike by then, and we'll be able to get more resources to get rid of the indigestion / food poisoning. Alright, so there's another bug. He's in our way. We're going to have to take care of him. Alright, we are hot. And I can put this down and I can cool off even better. Okay. We're definitely going to have to deal with this guy if we're going to go north, so better to go ahead and face the music. And okay, he didn't hit me well. That's good. Now it is also almost dark, so we've got 3 in-game hours. That's like 6 minutes, I think. But if I'm not mistaken, this is either lava edge like that, or is crystallized rock. Now it could be either. I'm hoping it's crystallized rock, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Okay, I already got my hopes up. Looks like I can't really go any other direction anyway, so what is the gravity on this planet anyway? 1.2 gravity. So it is heavier than normal, which makes my jetpack a lot less useful, but okay. And I might, like I said before, have to put down my oxygen generator. and get oxygen. If I can find a nice cool spot over here, actually right here is not that bad. But I might have to, ooh, there's an overseer. I might have to put my trek this way on hold if my oxygen gets too much lower, so that I can try and get some oxygen. Because right now I could turn that into 2 oxygen, but I really don't want to have to. And then and so I could set up a small little camp area somewhere near here. Actually, I think let's go ahead and do that. Let's put this down here to cool it off. Let's put this right there. And I'm going to put this right here. And let's put one of these in you and see how you do. This will be done producing the oxygen and water before before my indigestion is done. So I'm gonna actually sit here and wait and get my oxygen up. As soon as my oxygen is high enough, I'll BRB and we'll continue our trek north. All right, my oxygen is at half. I'm gonna call that good. I am slowly taking damage. I'm going to heal myself with bandages. And we're going to continue on north. I'm going to leave my camp there. And that way we can come back to it. It does look like this is a crystallized rock biome. As you can see, there are pentaxic crystals there. So I'm going to head up that way and see if I can find any silicone. I've got a good amount of copper and iron, so I'm not going to carry much of that for now. I'm almost full on my volume, even though I don't have it activated. I want to make sure this is this scenario is reasonably doable, like when they do activate it. So. Oh, that's great. So there's a silicon deposit here too, which means that I should be able to, once I get a portable constructor, build a drill and have as much silicon as I need. And as you've seen, iron and copper are relatively common in the area. So this area would be decent to set up a base, because I can pick up the iron, the copper, and then, of course, the silicon. And I'm going to go ahead and grab some pentaxid while I'm at it, just to gain the XP to, you know, in case I need it to get to any higher level. So I'm going to look around here, see if I can find a silicon rock. I don't see any. It's gonna suck if I run out of oxygen and there's no silicon rocks. At least the temperature here is bearable. Once it drops 1 more degree, I'll be fine with my medium armor on. But yeah, it's gonna suck if there's no actual silicon rocks and just that one deposit. But yeah, I'm gonna look around, see if I can find a rock, and when I do, I'll be back. Alright, so there's one silicon rock right here. It's not been terribly long since I just left. In fact, I was just right over there. This gave me 2 silicon, which is just enough to make a portable constructor. So I'm actually going to head back to the camp because all I need is a portable constructor. And now I can actually gather up some of these rocks, the large rocks, and utilize those to turn into silicon if I need it. So I'm actually probably going to do that with some of the smaller rocks first. And then utilize those. Now I am still running really low on oxygen, and my stamina is not looking good because of this indigestion, which has 11 minutes left on it. But yeah, I'm gonna head back to my camp, which is like straight ahead, and hopefully once I get there, this portable constructor will be good to set down. Let me increase my food, and by that I mean eat. And I'm gonna gather up some of these crushed stone rocks on the way back to the camp. I didn't see anything hostile on the way out here, so I think I'm gonna gather up these crushed stone rocks, and maybe I can make a bike, maybe I can make some other stuff. But now that I got this portable constructor up and running, we're gonna be golden. So I'll BRB once I get back to the camp. Alright, so I'm back over here at the camp. I'm running really low on oxygen, but this should have a couple of oxygen things for me. Okay. Now, I can set this down, and now I can unload these into here. Actually, I'm going to want to keep those on me. But let's go ahead. I'd hate like heating myself up, but if I'm next to this generator, this generator, heater cooler, I'll be fine. This has 4 minutes left on it, and let's see. In here, I don't have enough to make 5 silicon, so I don't have enough to make a bike or drill. So let's go ahead. I'm going to grab some more crushed stone from these, and hopefully I'll be able to get enough to make the silicon we need. Oh, there's an alien assassin. That's not good. Those things only come out at night, but they're really nasty. I wonder if I could fight them off like I can some of this other stuff. Okay. Now, do I have enough? Not quite. How much does it cost to make that? It's 15, so I can make 2 of those. I need a lot more crushed stone. Let's see. I'm going to quickly head over this way and see if I can get one of these larger stones. Maybe not the large ones, but like that one. Because that would take a while with this tool. If I had a drill, sure. But with this, that's not going to give me a whole lot. This one might give me some. All right. 27 and 22. That should be almost enough to make a good a good 5. Let me grab what's in this, and then I'll head back to camp and see. Okay. Now, I'm still running out of oxygen, but I've got a decent amount left if I can get back to base and not move as much, or get back to the camp and not move as much. The biggest problem with this place is that in order to get oxygen, you have to use the oxygen generator. And while there is, it's not breathable, that's probably largely due to like the ash and such, but there is a small, where's the map? A small 20%, which 20% is more than enough for breathability, but it's other poisonous stuff in the atmosphere that makes it unbreathable. So, okay, now we can make a bike and we can make a drill. Those are the two most important things here. So I'm going to stand near here as I eat. Okay. So that I'm not getting too hot. Okay. Now that this is off, okay, I'm going to pick it up because we're not going to stay here once I get this bike and drill made up. Unfortunately, those things, if this were, if we were going based on weight, I would have to limit myself to what I take. I would probably try to craft up things that aren't terribly weighty or volumey, and utilize those, just carry those, but I don't know if I can. So I mean, right now I could, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, but we'll see what we get to, what we have to utilize all this stuff. I should be able to make that drill. 7 SU. That's odd, right? The motorbike construction kit is 7 SU and 30 kilograms, whereas this is 150 kilograms and 70 SU, which is weird. But and these are really large. What is a small item that I could make up that's volume wise? I don't know. I could try to go ahead and just make a hover vessel, but I don't think that would be the best idea. So I know what I might just keep this as it is. Keep this little camp. And head back here to gather up fiber for biofuel and utilize the resources in the area to try to make a hover vessel. But It's been a good 30-minute recording now, and I just wanted to show off this start to show, you know, it is possible. And so, I mean, I've got everything I need now, and I just need to find my way. You know, so I could actually stop here and use that silicon to get me more silicon, and come back over here to the ash biomes and collect that fiber that we saw earlier, use that for biofuel, and everything will be good, you know. Utilize this to get me some oxygen going like it is, and yeah, but that's gonna be it for this episode. If you want me to continue playing this, leave a comment down below, let me know. I only really planned on doing this for just, you know, a little bit. I have shown off this start before. If you want to check that out, it was with a previous alpha. I think it was in Alpha 8, and we didn't have the factions and such, and it was a little bit different. But yeah, for the most part, this is relatively the same. I couldn't find a mountain biome, but it is possible to survive without it, just a lot harder. So, if you enjoyed this, hit the like button for me, and there's food poisoning. I don't think I have anything that can get rid of food poisoning, but yeah, we're gonna probably have to wait out the food poisoning and everything if I do continue this. But that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button for me, and if you want to see more Empyrion Galactic Survival, go ahead and subscribe. I'm KnowItAllDM, and as always, y'all have a good day now.